Okey, Prof nak masuk dah. Okey, Assalamualaikum Prof.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Maaf lewat sikit
Tak apa, tak apa.
sebab ada problem sikit.
Ha, ha, ha. Saya rasa Prof pernah datang Politeknik Umpoma ya bagi
Ah,
taklimat pasal reka bentuk konkrit, betul?
pernah.
Ha, ha, ha. Saya ada masa masa Prof bagi talk hari tu.
Okey okey.
Dengan dengan pelajar BSET kita, pelajar degree kita.
Ah,
Ha, ha,
okey
ha,
okey.
ha, ha, ya. Okey,
Jumpa jugalah ya.
jumpa. Sebab nama macam familiar. Okey. Okey, Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi semua.
Okey.
Saya Wan Ahmad Faizal, pensyarah daripada Jabatan Kejuruteraan Awam, akan bertindak sebagai moderator lah. Jadi untuk sesi pembentangan kita pagi ini, kita mulakan dengan kumpulan yang buat projek, tajuknya My Civil Lab.
Okey
Okey,
okey. Student boleh.
okey, dengan itu saya mempersilakan kumpulan untuk present. Okey, boleh mula.
Okay, selamat sejahtera to panel Professor Dr. Sahiron and moderator Encik Wan Ahmad Farzal. We are from group under supervisor Puan Anai Jaiton Akma binti Putih Ahmad. My name is Bae Yong Kai and my matrix number is 01DKA18F1102. We are presenting for DCC 6203 Civil Engineering Project 2 and our product name is My Civil Lab Application. Next. In our presentation, we will briefing about our introduction of project, talking about our problem statement and objective for my civil application, scope of study for our product, research methodology, Gantt chart, and solving our questionnaire, data analysis, and then make a conclusion. Next. As a briefing introduction to our project, my civil application, the idea of us to developing my civil lab is to ensure that the teaching and learning process become easier and interesting for laboratory course for diploma in civil engineering. Before that, as my experience, I was always confused at how to do or how the step must go because of only can read the word. So I will mostly like to study or calculated at class and dislike to the laboratory. So we developed my civil lab that was include picture and film to easier and interest student to laboratory course for diploma in civil engineering. Next. Now I will talk about problem statement. In problem statement, we have an investigation to the impact for product. So we can see that design my civil application have impact to environment, lecturer, and student. And then I will present about impact in our product for the environment. According to data from the Global Forest Resources Assessment, roughly 18,000 to 160,000 are cut down each day around the world, with a significant percentage being used in the paper industry. In this number of tree to be cut down, it's including the paper that we want to use to printing out for our lab sheet to study. So with my civil application, we no need to cut down the tree in forest to become paper. This is because our product, my civil lab, is a lab sheet that is used in handphone. So we no need to use the paper to printing out. Furthermore, it can save a lot of tree to being cut down to process be paper and then reduce from wastage. So it can be protect and reduce the number of the tree that's being cut down and then impact to the environment. Next. In this project, we have three objectives. And then one of the objectives is to design an application that's able to help students to understand the laboratory activity. So to achieve this objective, we design my civil application to have is to help the student to understand more about laboratory activity. This is because student can be know the procedure and apparatus by the fixture or the theorem that's colorful at this application. Besides that, my Civil Lab is an application that use e-learning to let students study and then can make them to easy to bring. So can reduce the time to printing out and also can be reviewed before doing the test of the laboratory. With that, this application that we design can ensure that students can carry out the laboratory activity in the right way. Next. And then we have the scope of study for the software, location, and testing method. For the scope of study of the location, this test we will be doing at Ungku Oma Polytechnic. So it means that our product now is only can be seen at the Ungku Oma Polytechnic. And because my civil lab is an application with a lab shape for civil engineering that will be learned in Ungku Oma Polytechnic, so it is only among the civil engineering students. Next. Then for the research of the methodology, it can be seen by flow chart and Gantt chart. In the Gantt chart, they have the 4 stage, and then the first of the stage is the preliminary study. In this stage, we will identification the problem, research objective, aiming the scope of study and making expect results. We also found and study the information that's related to our project as literature review. Next is, and then now I will present about the Gantt chart for semester 4. The blue color is the week that we plan for our project, while the red color is the actual week to design our product. For research topic in plan 1, we will finish at week 2, but because of the topic that we research is different, so we discuss and compare long time and finally make decide to choose this product that is my civil lab at the week 4. In the step to identify the problem, we are exceeding 1 week of our planning week. Then, for project proposal, we were successful to follow the week for the plan, which is 3 weeks. For research writing, due to we were confused and making correction after checking, so it will more than 1 week for the plan. Next, for methodology, we also same like step to identify problem and research writing, which is used more 1 week by the planning. I thought that we mostly was take more time that we planned, but we finally submit the report that must be done at semester 4, which is consisting chapter 1 to 3 at the week 13. That's all. Thank you.
Okay,
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum and good morning to Prof. Syahirun, Encik Wan and my fellow friends. So today I would like to present about my civil lab application. My name is Raja Nur Aisyah binti Raja Zulkarnain. My matric number is 01DKA18F1103. Next. Next. Today I would like to present about my civil lab application. So the idea and the purpose of developing my civil lab application is to help the student to not bring so many books and notes to class every day. Besides, this application also can help to encourage student use of e-learning among the student, especially in Ungku Oma Polytechnic. Next. Semester and this problem which are environment, lecturer and which is lecturer. The main problem in this aspect is the lecturer need to explain the same laboratory activities or tests repeatedly to the student. Besides, the lecturer cannot show the demonstrations to the student. One of the reasons why lecturer cannot show the demonstration in enough time, student will not understand about the activity. Therefore, the student will do many errors and mistakes while carrying out the laboratory activities, and the data obtained cannot be used. Next, objective of the study. There are three objectives for this My Civil Lab project. I will talk about the second objective. The second objective is to develop an application that is user-friendly. In process to develop a new educational application, we develop one user-friendly application which is My Civil Lab. My Civil Lab is very easy to use for the student and lecturer, besides using lab sheet or notebooks. Next. Next is scope of the study. Develop my used to develop this application named AppPy. By using AppPy, we can develop one application which is user friendly and when this application is ready to use, the student and lecturer access to My Civil Lab application by using the QR code and the link provided. Next. Next is research methodology. There are 4 stages in research methodology for this project. I would like to talk about the second stage, which is data collection. So we collect all the data based on 3 objectives of this project, which is to design an application that able to help students to understand the laboratory activity, to develop an application that is user-friendly, and to evaluate the effectiveness of My Civil Lab application. So the data that we get from this stage will be used in stage 3, which is data analysis and result. Next. Next. So next is Gantt chart for semester 5. The blue color show plan and the red color show the actual time. I would like to present the Gantt chart for semester 5. Firstly, I would like to inform you that my role in this project is to develop My Civil Lab application. So for application making, as we planned in the previous semester, we should finish the application making in week 8, but we not managed to finish it on time. This is due to some of the technical problem that we face, such as we cannot go to the campus to record video for My Civil Lab application. Then we managed to finish the application making in week 11 after we found the alternative way and the suitable video to put in our My Civil Lab application. That's all for me. I will pass the presentation to my friend Farisha.
Ya, Farisha.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Thank you for giving us opportunity to present today. My name is Nur Farisha Najwa binti Ishaq and my matric number is 01 DKA18 F1104. I will continue this presentation with the purpose of this study. The purpose of this study is to solve the problem among students and also to evaluate the effectiveness of this application. We have identified that most of the students in Polytechnic face a problem in doing laboratory work or practical work so that they can perform well in laboratory courses. Next, I will explain about problem statement for students. There are many factors of this problem statement. First is using of lab sheet and practical books. Difficult to understand because students less clear how to do practical work or laboratory experiment only with guidance of lab sheet. But with the help of this application, students will more clear how to do laboratory work because this application contain demonstration video that can guide students from beginning to end of experiment. The second factor is lab sheet or practical books are not durable, easily torn, and writing unclear. For example, when students are on their way to come to class, they are exposed to rain and will most likely damage the lab sheet when exposed to rain, which in turn causes the lab sheet to be wet and the writing become unclear and will inconvenience to students when they want to use it during class. The third factor is to promote the students about using the latest technology in Malaysia. Some of the students still not exposed to technology and still using book as guidance in their study. So hopefully with the use of this application, it can encourage students to use technology in their daily life. Last is this application is an attraction to students for more interested in doing practical work or laboratory work because this application contains a lot of interesting and colorful items that can attract students to use it. Next, I will explain about the third objective, which is to evaluate the effectiveness of my civil lab application. To evaluate the effectiveness of the my civil lab application, we have tests on civil engineering students who have a laboratory class or practical work in Ungku Omar Polytechnic. A questionnaire was given to the student to evaluate their satisfaction of my civil lab application. There are 100 students answer this questionnaire. Hopefully, student skill will be improved in doing laboratory work with the help of the application. Next, I will continue with the scope of study testing method. Before we giving this application to the student, we have do self-testing to test whether this application work well or not, and student can access this application smoothly. After this application distributed to students, a questionnaire was given to them to evaluate the student's satisfaction of my civil lab application. Next, I will explain about stage 3 and stage 4 of research methodology. With each stage 3 is data analysis and result, and discussion and conclusion for stage 4. As I have explained before, a questionnaire was given to the student to evaluate the satisfaction of my civil lab application. Through the questionnaire, result of the effectiveness of my civil lab will be known. A discussion can be made from also a discussion can be made based on the questionnaire, and also a conclusion can be made based on the result obtained. Next, I will present about the Gantt chart of semester 5 start from application testing. Supposedly, application testing start from week 6 to week 9, but because of a bit late of application making, time for application testing start from week 6 to week 11. For data analysis, the actual plan is also a bit late from the plan, which is on week 10, and result and discussion is follow the actual plan, which is in week 10 to week 11. For conclusion or result obtained, we follow the plan, which is week 11 to week 13, and for week 14 we have submit the final report and the application. Next, I will explain about data analysis. This chapter presents the analysis performed on the retrieve survey and its finding. We have a questionnaire of the survey, and total of the respondent is 100 students among civil engineering department. Based on the analysis that has been made, we got a conclusion about the interactivity of my civil lab application and also user friendly. For interactivity, it can be seen that most of the students strongly agree about this application, which is 57% of the students strongly agree and 43% of the students agree about from the point of interactivity. For user friendly, most of the students also strongly agree that this application is easy to use, not difficult to learn and understand.
So, as a conclusion, my civil application has benefit for the student in civil engineering department. This application also encourage the user in the teaching learning process. We can conclude that my civil application achieved the objective of the study. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation.
Okay.
Now it is time for Prof to ask question.
So Q&A session
Ya.
sekejap.
Nur
Okay.
Farisha Najwa, awak punya mic tu berbunyi ke? Bergegar ke?
Okay, actually I have
Ada.
Ya, continue.
I have several questions. So macam mana? Buat lab berapa lama ambil masa? Okay.
Okay, Encik. Prof.
Okay. Tak ada masalah. Ni final semester kan? So ni presentation 2 betul kan Cik? Okay. It's a very good presentation, and I also review your video. It's so good because it's according to the taxonomy rules and then problem solving, and then you also have you develop some things that is very good for you in diploma levels, even though it's very high critical thinking, even though degrees students, bachelor degree students also cannot make it like the application also sometimes difficult lah kan, sebab you banyak more to hands on. Okay, boleh saya tengok awak punya objektif tak?
Objektif, Farisha?
Share objektif. Tak banyak soalan, sikit je sebab saya clear. Okay, to design an application, yang pertama. Yang kedua adalah to develop an application, to evaluate. Okay, according to your comprehensions, Farisha, Raja, Nur Aisyah dengan Joan, to design and to develop, which one come first?
To design.
Design
Why?
come first.
Kenapa why to design an application? Kenapa you tak develop dulu?
Saya boleh jawab?
Boleh.
supaya kita dapat gambaran macam mana kita nak buat aplikasi ni. Dan bila kita dah develop tu, mungkin kita nampak sesuatu yang baru untuk kita design atau masukkan, kita akan nampak macam satu features atau apa yang lebih jelas untuk ditambah baik dalam aplikasi kita dalam proses develop tu.
Do you have your own framework? Ada tak contoh framework yang you develop, yang you design?
Macam mana tu Encik?
Framework ni contohnya start, then ni apa, lepas tu and then kalau tak okay patah balik. Sebab mesti kena ada flow chart stage by stage tu, so that kalau macam tak okay patah balik, turun bawah balik, macam tu. Faham tak maksud saya? It's like a flow chart lah.
Faham Encik.
Macam tu.
Tapi supervisor kami suruh kami tukar chat tu kepada yang tadi yang kami present yang ada 4 stage tu.
Okay. Apa cuma saya nak tahu apa yang you fahamkan dengan to design and to develop. Sebab to evaluate tu that's a very common sense lah, because this is good for objective number 3, because after you design or you develop in something and then you evaluate the effectiveness. Okay. What can you give me the just now I can see that 57% strongly agree and then 47 agree. Can Juan tak silap saya dia present pasal effectiveness. Juan, boleh tak you cerita kat saya overall on the percentage effectiveness on the objective number 3 ni, sebab you kan bekerja dalam kumpulan, you punya percentage effectiveness you punya sistem instead of daripada yelah you dah buat sistem, you dah dapat respondent, kan? So how your system is effectiveness ni? Berapa persen?
Pada perasaan saya okay, saya rasa dia efektif lagi lah.
Apa? Tak dengar?
Dia efektif. Because saya pun ada pengalaman tentang masalah untuk pakai left sheet yang kertas. Jadi saya rasa yang ni boleh macam mana kata, dia lebih baik daripada pakai kertas lah.
Okay. Ada tak you punya research? Okay, you tahu tak pasal SDG? Sustainable Development Goal.
Pernah dengar tapi tak kaji lebih dalam lagi.
Saya tak ada apa-apa lah nak tanya, cuma my suggestion is it's better in your report, sebab saya pun tak boleh overview you punya final report, your thesis and so on. My suggestion is it's good if you align with the SDG goal, Sustainable Development Goal, SDG. Sebab according to you punya part ni, saya rasa nampak you ada mention pasal environmental problems and so on, kan? Cuba dalam you say ada cerita pasal significance, kan? Significance of your research, you boleh cakap je lah in term of your conclusion helps to solve the SDG goal element nombor berapa. Sebab SDG goal ni ada 17 elemen, kan? Ada 17 elemen. Salah satunya yelah dia ada banyak lah. In term of environmental effect apa semua tu, you cubalah related. I think it's good. This is my suggestion lah. Kalau tak boleh tak apa, tapi saya rasa it's good lah, kan? Sebab this is a broad punya knowledge, instead of kita dalam satu kelompok. Sebab 3 orang ni, bagi saya kalau 3 orang ni dah ada tiga otak yang genius, so takkanlah ni tolak supervisor tau. Supervisor ni tugas dia nak guide je. So student ni dia kena fikir out of the box, kan? So ada 3 kotak, kan? Kotak dia kalau kita combine dia lagi besar, betul tak? So saya terfikir why not you try fokus baca SDG goal. Dia ada dua version, satu version bahasa Melayu, satu version English. This is good lah. You boleh cakap lah you punya project or research, this is element align with the SDG goal nombor berapa. Itu je lah yang, itu je word tu je, satu ayat tu dia. Maksudnya ia menunjukkan bahawa wow, thesis ni bukan sekadar di dalam dekat PUO saja. Maksudnya you dah fikir pasal sustainable supaya you punya research ni boleh pakai abroad. Itu je saya punya aim lah. Tapi overall semua okey, tak ada masalah. And then you punya video pun saya tengok tak ada masalah lah, clear. Saya rasa itu sajalah daripada saya. Saya rasa diorang tu pun nervous tu. Tak tidur malam lah. Sorry tadi lambat sikit sebab ada blackout dekat office saya ni. Aircon tak ada.
Panas.
Ni baru dah okey.
Ya. Okey, terima kasih kepada Prof. So kumpulan tadi, Prof dah tekankan kepada kamu semua bahawa projek yang kamu buat ni bagus, tapi kalau boleh tambah lagi satu elemen, iaitu elemen Sustainable Development Goal, which one is one of 17 elements tu nanti awak cari sendirilah. Okay, so nanti boleh juga dimasukkan ke dalam thesis bila nak hantar nanti. Okay, sekian terima kasih diucapkan kepada Prof kerana sudi menjadi panel kami. Nanti Prof kita akan jumpa lagi pada pukul 10 nanti. Nanti saya akan bagi link semula lah.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Prof.
Okay, good luck Take care.
Thank you.
Terima kasih Prof. Terima kasih Encik.
Terima kasih Prof. Terima kasih Encik.
Laju je nak habis.